As you go through the fundraising journey, you'll start meeting with a bunch of VCs. Okay, so please do not tell VCs what other VCs you're talking to. So let me give some context. As you go through the fundraising journey, you'll start meeting with a bunch of VCs, and they will ask you who else you're talking to. They'll be especially interested in knowing who do you have terms from. So let's say you go in and meet with a fund and you have terms because you're golden, and they say, okay, so who are your terms from? And you should never answer that. You can say stuff like, it's a local fund, or it's an American fund. And it doesn't matter if they give you a direct question, you do not have to answer, because if you do, what will end up happening is that these guys or women most likely will go back and talk to the funds that you're getting offers from and start colluding or collaborating, keep the price down, and basically set up a shittier deal for you. That's one possible scenario. There's a second possible scenario where they just try and figure out how to beat that other fund, but in a scenario where they have more information than you. So it could be more of an auction where you start getting better and better valuations and better terms. And it's just not, because if the second fund, for instance, feels that their brand is way stronger than the first one, they're like, discounted, and they don't engage in this sort of, not auction, but jacking up the price or improving the quality of the terms to win you over. So you do not want to tell VCs who you have terms from. If you don't have terms, you also don't want to share too much about who you're talking to, because they'll start talking to those other funds and start building kind of like an independent, a consensus that could potentially have negative momentum. What you would want to say is stuff like, we're running a competitive process and we're talking to multiple people. You do not have to share who you're talking to, and knowledgeable founders never do.